Hi friends, Steve here at summer camp. Well, not really, but it sure looks like I could be, doesn't it? A number of summer camp movies have been filmed up here, and you can see why. Doesn't this look like it would be a great summer camp location? Some of you might recognize this lake or reservoir from my Andy Griffith vlog. While filming that video, I learned that quite a few movies and TV shows over the years have been filmed right here at Franklin Canyon Park in Beverly Hills, including a few summer camp movies and TV shows, which got me thinking about some of my favorite summer camp and summer vacation movies and songs. So I thought, what better time to visit some of those locations and share some of those memories with you than now? One of my only regrets in life is that I was never able to go to summer camp. Over the years, I've seen so many fun summer camp movies that it makes me feel like I missed out on something really fun back when I was a kid. Who remembers the 1965 TV series Camp Runamuck? To be honest, I had completely forgotten about this show until I just watched an old episode here on YouTube, and as soon as I heard the show's theme song, I remembered it immediately. It was filmed here in the 1960s, and then nearly 30 years later, Nickelodeon's TV show Salute Your Shorts was filmed here in 1991 and 1992. I've never watched the Nickelodeon channel, so unfortunately I've missed this one. Have any of you watched the series? In 1994, actor Christopher Lloyd starred in a summer camp movie here called Camp Nowhere. Since I never got to attend summer camp, I guess visiting the locations where some of them were filmed will just have to do. So how many of you went to summer camp? Please let us know what your memories are from summer camp in the comment section down below if you're interested in doing that. I'd sure love to hear your stories. About a half hour southwest of Beverly Hills and Franklin Canyon is the city of Culver City and the famous Hillside Memorial Park, where the creator of one of the most popular summer camp songs is laid to rest. His cremation niche is located inside the mausoleum at the top of the hill on the right-hand side once you enter through the front gates. And his ashes are interred here in the Columbarium of Hope. Have you guessed yet which hit summer camp song he wrote and sang? In the summer of 1963, it reached number 2 on the national Billboard Hot 100 chart and stayed there for 3 weeks. And apparently some of the characters in the TV show Camp Runamuck that I mentioned earlier were based on characters from his song. Alan Sherman was a comedy writer, TV producer, actor, and singer whose 1962 album My Son the Folk Singer was the fastest-selling record album up to that time, according to his Wikipedia page. And his biggest hit single was Hello Mudda, Hello Fadder. It was a comedy novelty song about a homesick boy at summer camp writing a very funny letter home to his parents. Sherman died from various illnesses at the young age of 48 in West Hollywood, California on November 20th, 1973. And he's just right around the corner from Jack Benny's crypt. I think it's one of the things I always find so interesting is who's buried next to whom, who's laid to rest next to whom. Some of these Los Angeles cemeteries, there are lots of famous people, so you never know who you're going to find next to each other or really close to each other. In this same cemetery, in the Garden of Memories section of the Court of Honor, is the gravesite of another music legend who I believe still holds the record for having one of the most popular summer songs of all time. Canadian bandleader and composer Percy Faith is probably best remembered for helping to popularize easy-listening music here in the U.S. back in the 1960s. And his most popular song was the theme from A Summer Place, which went to number 1 in 1960 and stayed there for 9 consecutive weeks. It became the Grammy Record of the Year, and according to his Wikipedia page, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, and Percy Faith are the only 3 musical groups to have the best-selling singles of the year twice. And according to the Billboard charts, the theme from A Summer Place is still the longest-running number 1 instrumental in American music history. And I still listen to it all the time on my Spotify channel. That song is like a time machine that instantly transports me back to 1960. The song and lyrics were by Mac Discount, and it was originally composed for the 1959 movie by Max Steiner, but Faith's cover was the version that took off and became a hit. Here in the US, it seems like it just played 24/7 for the entire decade. So anyone else a Percy Faith fan? The movie starred Troy Donahue and Sandra Dee and was a hit at the box office. Donahue died from a heart attack at the age of 65 in Santa Monica, California on September 2nd, 2001. According to his Find a Grave page, he was cremated and has no final resting place to visit at this time. Very popular model and actress Sandra Dee died at the age of 62 from kidney disease in Thousand Oaks, California on February 20th, 2005. She's laid to rest in the Sanctuary of Enduring Protection in the Courts of Remembrance at Forest Lawn in the Hollywood Hills. Unfortunately, her Wikipedia page says that her kidney disease was brought on by her lifelong struggle with anorexia nervosa. Before appearing in A Summer Place, Dee starred in the hit 1959 summer movie classic, Gidget. Gidget was a teenage comedy about a young Southern California surfer girl, and the movie's popularity is credited with helping to launch the many beach party movies that followed. And if you were alive back in the 1960s, then you probably remember that she was also very well known for her much publicized marriage to singer Bobby Darin. Before their divorce in 1967, they were one of the Hollywood it couples of the decade. So, do you have a favorite summer movie or song? If so, please share with us in the comments section. This vintage photo was sent to me by subscriber Eric Klassen. He says it was taken 63 years ago when he was 13 years old. It was taken on the last day of church summer camp at the Claiborne Camp in the city of Abbotsford in British Columbia, Canada. Parents were there to pick up their kids and to attend a closing celebration. He received an award that day for most home runs in a baseball game and says he hasn't hit a homer since. And to this day, he still occasionally drives by the camp to stop and remember those unforgettable summer camp days from all those years ago. Thanks for sharing this memory with us, Eric. For those of you who have asked about my mom, I just wanted to let you know that she's doing pretty well these days. And since this is a summer vacation themed vlog, I thought I would share these summer photos of my mom with you of summer trips to the beach back in the 1950s and 60s. Because of the current pandemic and other issues, we weren't able to get her into an assisted living home at this time, but we really lucked out and we were able to find her a wonderful caregiver who spends every day with her, and it's really made a world of difference. While I never made it to summer camp, I definitely have a lot of fun summer memories. This is a picture my mom took of me and a couple of my brothers and a few of our friends in my grandparents' swimming pool in Palm Springs, California in 1969. Bored with playing Marco Polo, we decided to see how many of us could fit onto a single pool floaty. And it was a lot less claustrophobic than trying to squeeze into a telephone booth, remember those? Or one of those clown cars. Obviously, it didn't take much to entertain us back then. And in case you're wondering who everyone is, from left to right, that's our friend Joey in the back, then me, or the back of my head, my late brother Bruce, my late brother Billy, and our friends Steve and Chris. Thanks, Mom and Polaroid, for capturing this fun summer memory. And this week I want to give a shout out and a very big thank you to Zachary Lazard, who just made an extremely generous second contribution to my channel through PayPal. And to my new PayPal supporter, Carrie Girolamo. Thank you so much, Zachary and Carrie. Once again, I'm completely blown away by the generous support I receive from those of you who watch my channel. Whether you support this channel by contributing to PayPal and Patreon, or by sharing my vlogs with friends, or taking the time to subscribe, it's all very much appreciated. So until our next trip down memory lane together, happy summer vacation, everyone.